VCR Party Life. VCR Party Life. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for the cassette that is our only hope. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they found. VCR Party Life. VCR Party Life. Melinda's.
Well, hello, Melinda's. Welcome to VCR Party. I'm Joe, that's Nick, that's Steve, that's George, and this is the show where we are trying to watch all 11,000 VHS tapes up on our shelf here, and we talk about VCRs, and we have lots of laughs, and we have lots of fun times because we're all friends. And a lot of the times, videos show up on our doorstep. Nick, did any videos show up on your doorstep?
Yeah, I got two of them. These are fun. Okay, first of all, this is a Sega game. Sega Genesis tips, but it's exclusively from Post Serials.
Oh.
So I think you might have had to send in for this.
I want to do a montage of like stuff that's sponsored by things where they're just like, it's just one big advertisement. We have that Wheat Thins exercise video over there.
That's right. And so here's the other thing. It came in a package. So this is from Post Serials. And then this one came from Lunchables, and this is another one. So
have you watched it yet?
I have not popped either of these in. They just arrived today. So we'll see what Post and Lunchables have to offer in terms of Sega tips.
The Badger sent this from Berkeley, California. He said he found this at an estate sale, and it's called Acid Stain Solutions. He said it's probably tedious, but who knows? He said, say hi to George. He's a funny dude. So the Badger thinks you're a funny dude, George.
Thank you, Badger.
And nothing for Steve? Didn't care to say
No,
hi,
I didn't say anything. He said, well, let me check. No, I'm not saying anything.
It's probably in secret ink.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Invisible ink, yeah.
All right. Okay, good. All right. This one, Dave Hawkins sent this one, best quote ever. He said, view from current spot for 1 minute. And what is it? Welcome
West to Oregon.
Yeah, west to Oregon. All right. Dave also sent some presents, some Club Camel flip-flops. And look, if you're walking in the sand, it says camel.
Oh.
So you leave a trail, and you shall know me by the trail of camels.
Really an
That's
advertisement.
Classy, and for people with horribly misshapen feet, apparently, too.
Exactly. I'm actually going to wear these this summer, though. That's so good. Also, did I tell you guys I had a dream about David Hawkins?
You texted us that, but we didn't hear what the Dave Hawkins, the viewer who sends us stuff, and
he had the lip smacks with the big lip. I had an extensive dream about him. I don't really remember what it was now, but I think I was over at his house and I was overstaying my welcome. He also sent some baby teeth for me. They're in there. I don't know if you can see them in there.
That's awfully sweet.
Yeah, some baby teeth. I don't know whose baby teeth. And then, I wanted to open up one of Matt's other presents. He sent us a bunch of presents, and we didn't have time to open them all last week. But, this is Hook a Floater. Oh, this is kind of like Turd Flush, my game that I invented.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's like fun. It's like a board game or a
I don't know,
game?
some sort of a game. Yeah, look at it. Like that says 4 poops. That's a selling point, I guess. So thank you, Cinematic. Yeah, multiplayer action. I'm gonna play this with my niece and nephew for sure.
Well, the most common thing we get from viewers are not from presents. It's comments that say, get to the video sooner. So let's start with a VHS classic.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
We have a Patreon, patreon.com/foundfootagefestival, and if you join at the $10 and up level, every week we do a bonus long episode. Usually it's about an hour. Sometimes we bring on special guests in the videos. And we've been doing training videos all the month of April, and it made me think about Jewel Osco, the grocery store chain from Chicago. And there's a good story behind this one, but I thought maybe we'll just play it first and we could talk a little bit about it. And we'll watch the whole thing in an EP mode later this month. So here's the Jewel Osco training video stolen by a friend of ours.
So tell me again, why are we here so early?
Hi, Stephanie. Hey, nice outfits.
Yeah, just like everybody else. Dark pants, white shirt.
Hey, that's okay. I kind of like it. We look like a team.
I kind of like how she's having like thoughts about, am I just becoming a drone here? Dark, I'm just dressed like everybody else. It's almost
Right.
like
Yeah. I feel like it's the Truman.
crisis.
It's the Truman Show. I feel like she's like she's Jim
Yes.
Carrey in the Truman Show right now. She's
and all the
realized-
other people are trying to talk her out of it, but they shouldn't. They should be like, "You're right. We're ants. This is a hive mind."
Besides, I didn't have to spend an hour trying to figure out what to wear, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. How's Jewel doing today?
Well,
Very well, thank you. Jewel is part of the American
name
Stores
Jewel?
Company, which is one of the largest supermarket chains in the entire country.
Well, what makes Jewel so successful?
Oh, a number of things. For one, Jewel employees take
okay,
pride in
have a
their
seat.
jobs. By the way, I'm Jennifer.
wow, you sure know a lot about Jewel, Jennifer. Hi,
a
I'm
little
Maria.
too much.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
Hi. I haven't seen you two before. This must be your first day.
Yeah.
What departments are you working in?
Well, I'm going to be a service clerk, and Stephanie's working in the bake shop.
Great. Stephanie, you and I will be working together.
Cool.
Stephanie, have you seen
Is
the Truman
something
Show?
wrong?
No, I guess I'm
This
just a little
corporate
nervous.
indoctrination makes me a little
Stephanie, I
nervous. You see, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid.
A little nervous.
Stephanie, I know you don't know me, but trust me, you'd be surprised.
Oh,
But you're
and do you
going to
smoke?
get to know me.
No, but I remember
I
smoking
think the sync is a little off. Let's try it again.
Stephanie, I know you don't know me, but trust me, you'd be surprised.
Oh, and do you smoke? No, but I remember smoking is only permitted
thinking
in the
about
employee
starting.
lunchroom.
Hey, good memory. Maybe you should be training
But
me.
you should earn some camel flip-flops.
Gee, I never thought of a career here, but this place is starting to sound better and better.
What did I tell you?
I know.
Stephanie?
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, I didn't know you were working here.
Well, actually, today was my first day.
Oh, really? Come on, I'll walk you out.
Hi, Stephanie. Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Maria.
Forgot you worked here. Good to see you. Hey, Stephanie. How you doing?
I think she's doing just great.
Gonna go. She's gonna get laid in the parking lot, I guess.
Yeah.
Making new presents the whole day through. It's customers first. You're a real pro at Jewel.
So
it's
it's
Jewel Osco. Welcome to
It's
the
a
team.
it's a grocery store and a dating service then.
Apparently, yeah, it was their first day. They met, they fell in love, they had a lot of babies who also ended up working at Jewel.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully be watching that. Basically, the short version of the story is our friend Todd Hansen was at the Onion in Madison, and it wasn't a full-time job back then, so he went to live with his parents in Chicago and ended up having to watch that video, and was so depressed he called up his buddies in Madison and said, just telling him how depressed he was, and they said, you know what, steal the video, bring it back to Madison, come back to the Onion, and he did, and that's how that video ended up in our hands.
As legend has it.
Yes.
As legend has it, we have to talk to Todd though. We got to get Todd on the show so we can hear all the little details, and so I'm working on it. We're just trying to line up the times and trying to figure something out.
But apparently that video, when it was announced that it was found, because I think who gave it to us? Was it David Cross?
Oh, David Cross gave it to us.
Yeah.
It went through all these different comedy hands. David Cross gave
Yes.
it to us, who got it from Rich
Dom
Dom at the
from the
Colbert
Colbert-
Report,
yeah.
who got it from somebody else, who got it from some. So it went through all these comedians' hands.
They
all
would
these
watch
funny-
it at Mr. Show. People would watch it, and yeah. So there's this whole history of it, and we'll watch it eventually in the EP mode before the month is over.
Also, we have, you see, we're wearing our jerseys. We have the Toe-Tapping Toe-nament. The championship round is going to be decided tonight. We're going to do the Viewer Choice Awards, and we're also having on Steve Hyden, the music critic, professional music critic. He's going to come on. He's going to he determined last year's winner. He's going to come on and give the Critics' Choice Award, which doesn't mean anything. His decision doesn't mean anything. It's really what the Melindas want. So
It's up to the people. We have
Yes.
a poll going. The poll is closing during this show as we're taping it, and we'll take a look live and see what the results are. I haven't peeked. I don't know what the results will
we
be.
have no
but
clue what it is. Yes, I'm
we'll
excited
all be
about
watching
that.
it live with us. That, by the way, that's the tournament of toe-tapping jingles from commercials and other VHS songs. It's all culminating in tonight's reveal.
Steve, what do you got behind you?
This week, our friend Carl Stitz put these people onto us. It is the Great Lakes Game Emporium. I think we all are gamers here, and it is in Mentor, Ohio. And I know you, George, you and Nick both do Dungeons and Dragons. They have a Dungeons and Dragons, a lot of information there, a lot of tournaments they're doing, Magic the Gathering, things like that, Pokemon. But you can call or visit them on Facebook. And then on the other half of it, I did one of my new favorite games. I want to give Nick some, Dream Crush. And so
nice
I
plug,
split it with them.
Steve.
Yeah, I was like, and I'm sure
nice.
You can go pick it up there at Great Lakes Dream Emporium.
Cool.
Excellent.
Hey, what's the latest from with your colonoscopy? When is that happening?
It's probably another 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
Beginning of May, yeah.
Oh, so we can milk this for 3 more weeks, huh?
Yeah, yep.
Sweet.
That's what all our new viewers want. Colonoscopy updates.
So wait, I have a question. Maybe you can talk to your doctor in advance, because I was wondering because they put a camera up there, right? Up your anus, right?
I believe so.
This is Steve's anus you're talking about?
So.
Steve's anus, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that they have the ability to record that, because I've seen like footage of it before. I think Bob Hedges sent me some footage of that before. Okay. So I'm wondering, maybe you can talk to your attractive doctor and ask her if it's possible to get a recording. Then we can bring it on here. I can do a filth corner, and we get some more content out of this.
We can interview her. Can we have her? Can we have the doctor on for an interview?
Let's do that.
You know what? I'll see what I can do.
Call her up and be like,
so I don't want to push too much here, but definitely by year 2. The next time I get it done.
Steve, in all seriousness, though, will you ask her if she would be a guest on the show? In all seriousness. No,
I might ask for the recording.
You will ask for that?
I think I'd ask for that before I'd ask her to be a guest on the show.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Just give Joe her number, and he's good at those calls.
I'm very persuasive.
Calls, so
I'm very persuasive.
Once again, I want to stay on her good side, so I don't think
I'm always nice. I'm always nice, but I don't take no for an answer.
She won't be seeing your good side, Steve. But
that's very true. That's very true.
So no reason to stay there.
Okay.
All right. How about flying windows? Wait.
No. I want to play a video to get Steve ready for his colonoscopy.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we had more content for this.
Yeah. This is an exercise video that we played. I think in like exercise video montage 7, maybe 6 or something.
Okay.
It's called Butt Camp, and it's like about getting your butt stronger, and that's what I think you need to do for your colonoscopy.
Yeah, that's what they're measuring, the strength of your butt.
It's time for Butt Camp, and I'm your counselor. Butt Camp. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right, and 1.
You taking notes, Steve?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the left, and 1.
Stop counting for some reason.
Alternate, and 1, 2, 3.
Alternate.
This is harder to do this part.
Yeah. This is the hardest part right here.
Squeeze them both, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There you go, Steve. So that should get you
all right
in shape to look good for your attractive doctor.
I do want to make it as painless as possible for her, so I'll make sure that I do a lot of these exercises.
It'll be like, impressive. All right, how about this week in flying windows?
Yes.
Okay. This is a segment where we highlight the trope in videos from the 80s and 90s, especially where there are windows flying everywhere. Just when we think we've run out of them, we get another one. And Andrew at Gig Tapes VHS sent in this one called Worth Waiting For, which is an abstinence religious sort of video, and some cool, fun flying windows with some video effects. Take a look.
What is sex? And
no borders, huh?
No.
Raw dogging it.
Yeah, well, and I think he even asked, like, is it okay if there's no borders? And I was like, more than okay. So,
you know what? When they don't have borders, that's called raw dogging it.
What is sex? And they usually go, huh?
Yeah, this is okay joke.
Dirty. It's like a hilarious tape.
Then to get into heavy kissing.
Regular Michael Winslow.
And the body goes, woo.
The trails are like on
Yeah,
the rooms.
These are leisurely.
Hey, sex is a part of God's creation. And it is so great.
These flying widows are getting me excited about the video I'm about to watch.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, I want to see more of that one. So hopefully Gig Tapes can, with your host Greg Speck. I like leaving that ending.
Do you think Greg Speck, do you think that'd make the funny name montage? Is that funny enough?
I don't know. I don't think it would make the cut when we have
I don't think it would either.
so many other good ones. But it made me laugh enough to keep it on there.
Yeah. Greg Speck's good. Hey, let's show each other our raviolis. You want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Well, we've gotten this far in the show without mentioning the fact that it is 420, and that's the holiday for marijuana cigarettes, right? Is that what it is?
Well, they call it marijuana cigarettes. They still call it that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so we're all celebrating marijuana cigarettes today, and I was wondering if there were, anti-marijuana, like Reefer Madness, of course, was the big drug marijuana scare film from the 50s or 60s, and I'm wondering, like, did they have them in the 80s as much? It was more about, like, don't do cocaine, don't do crack, etc. But no, there's a whole line of VHS marijuana scare films, and one was called Myths of Marijuana, and it starts off with I think they're supposed to be telling you what the myths are, but it makes a pretty strong case for smoking marijuana. So let's watch that.
Smoking weed just enhances the things people like to do. It's an herb. It can't hurt you.
I'd control how much pot I smoked.
School has nothing to do with my future.
It relaxes you, helps you deal with stress. It chills your brain.
Everybody's right so far.
I don't care if I'm a little slow or uncoordinated sometimes.
Weed makes you more alert. Duh, makes you a better driver, more careful.
Is this the colonoscopy?
Yeah, this is going into
Steve's colonoscopy.
Steve's anus. So see, it does not make you more alert. He bumped that. Yep. So, yeah. But up until the driving thing, I feel like they were pretty spot on. So yeah. I don't know. The myths seem like pretty big selling points to me. But
Well, happy 420 to you.
Yes, thank you. Hey,
Yeah.
we should possibly this would be a good time to wish one of our viewers, Scott from Colorado, happy birthday, because he was born 4/20/69.
Yes.
And he says he was teased about that his whole life.
4/20/69.
Yeah.
He should be the president of the United States of America, right?
In Idiocracy, yeah, I think that would be make perfect sense.
4/20/1969. Wow.
Yes.
Nice
So,
work, Scott.
Happy birthday, Scott.
He planned that. It was all part of his plan.
Maybe his parents did. Maybe they're like evil geniuses. They knew that 420 would be a holiday. They knew what 69.
They enjoyed 69s. They enjoyed
69s,
Yeah.
and they just were like, "Oh, this will be funny. We'll make this guy."
Well, but here's the thing with 69s: everybody wins. Everybody wins. It
All right,
feels
what do you
good
have for a video? What's on your roster?
Okay. Sorry, I got lost there. I had more on 69s and how good they feel for everybody. So it's training video month here at VCR Party on our EP mode for the Patreons, $10 and up. And we watched the first two grill skills, Grill Skill 1, Grill Skill 2, Fast with Class. And Tim the other day sent me another one from that series that I'd never even heard of. So this is late 80s, early 90s. Wendy's, we know that they made two terrible training videos with like rapping and dancing and singing. And this new one showed up. So Tim sent this. He said, normally I wouldn't send a Wendy's training video just because you've been on that topic, but this is truly a special case that takes the form of a courtroom drama. For real, it's a courtroom drama. It's fun. It's supposed to be funny. He goes, it's an even worse offense to your just give me the bullet points alignment. I always say, like, just give me the bullet points and make the video 4 minutes long instead of making me watch your whole spiel.
Right.
He said it's people proving that they're clever with actual job training a distant concern. Like they don't even care. I mean, they shoehorn it in, but it's really about them trying to be funny in the sketch. So It's called, the actual title of this one is Wendy's When Clowns Go Bad. And the clown references the McDonald's.
I like the title.
Previously on Nate Hale, Public Defender.
Save your tears, traitor. I ain't about to pay you after what you've done to me.
So imagine like we always say, imagine you're in a smoky break room in 1991, and you're brand new employee, and you have to watch this video.
This clown don't appreciate it when his workers betray him. Oh, go ahead, work at Wendy's. Your last paycheck from me is staying right here at Max Mystery Burgers.
We got her called, Chief. We have an eyewitness seen her standing over the body holding this. Opening truck case, huh?
Mr. Hale, I need a lawyer.
And now, this week's episode of Nate Hale, Public Defender.
I got real cute with this one, but it's
like it's 24 minutes.
Instructions.
It's 24 minutes long. I watched the entire thing this morning, and I thought about making it a tedium corner, but I decided I can't play all 24 minutes. It's so tedious. So I put together all the exciting parts that represent the entire thing. So it's not as tedious as the 24-minute version. So here's how they shoehorn in what you're supposed to do at the job.
When clowns go bad.
Your Honor, the prosecution calls Rhoda Novel to the stand.
Rhoda Novel. They have funny names for people. Rhoda Novel. Yeah.
I was working that night. In fact, I'm the one that saw Peg with the body.
And what was your job that night?
Peg was training me to close the dining room, you know? When we started pre-close, she was showing me how to clean the tables and chairs.
Now, Rhoda, without bothering any of the customers, we need to make sure that the tables and chairs are clean, just like we've been doing throughout the day.
Do I have to clean underneath, too?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of times,
valley
people
girl, I
forget
guess?
to clean the sides and the underneath of the table, but food does get stuck there, and we need to make sure that we clean those areas, too.
All of our suspects.
So that was an instructional part that you're supposed to pick up on and be like, now I know what to do.
Can I stop watching this and just read the book? I just want to read the manual. Is that a possibility?
Any bullet points that I could just glance at? All right, here's
show me how to do the job.
All right, here we're in the home stretch here. This is how it ends. This is Nathan Hale. I don't get his name either. Nathan Hale, Nate Hale, Nathan Hale.
It was a Revolutionary War. I don't know what that has to do with a square burger.
The reference here,
He regrets that he has only but one life to give. Is that him or?
Oh, is that the guy? I don't know. All right. Here's the thrilling conclusion of Wendy's training video, When Clowns Go Bad.
Are innocent. Which leads us to one obvious conclusion. The clown is still alive.
What? That's ridiculous, Hale.
Well, if the clown is still alive, he must be incognito.
No, Your Honor. He's right here in this courtroom, disguised as Barbed Wire, the overzealous prosecutor. That's right. The clown faked his own death and posed as the district attorney. A brilliantly sinister plan that would have worked if not for my incredible powers of deductive reasoning. And those feet. You haven't seen the last of this clown. I'll get you. I'll get all of you. And you, and you, and you.
Unbelievable. That's the actual video.
I'm ready to make a burger.
It's all about pre-closing. It's all about how to wash before you pre-close. And you saw the bulk of the education in there, but then they had 17 extra minutes of story and
I get
comedy.
it. If you're a corporate video producer, you want to be creative. I'm sure you are a creative person. You're maybe stifled doing these, and if somebody gives you an inch, you'll take a mile. So I get the instinct, but also if you're in that world, you probably aren't that good at being in the comedy world. So maybe don't try to do that. That's just my hunch.
Just kind of know your audience. I mean, they're not sitting in a theater with their buddies or sitting at home watching TV. They're in a break room, dreading their first day of work. Yeah. So I want to find out more from this era of Wendy's training videos, because they all have the same uniforms. It all comes from like 89 through 91. There's got to be
we got the production company, right, from the credits.
Oh yeah, the credits of Fast with Class has that. Yeah.
So maybe that's a start. See if they're still in business.
George?
Maybe, yeah.
Uninteresting mysteries?
I'll get my guy on it.
Okay.
I'm uninterested already. All right.
Steve, you're going to say something. Well, you're muted.
Hit the wrong button. It makes you appreciate Richard's performance in McSee.
That's what I was going to say, is that like when we found that McDonald's video that started the whole found footage festival, it was like we couldn't believe that they tried to have a cute little plot to it and a through line, but it pales in comparison to a rapping grill trainer and a courtroom drama.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I would welcome McSee after seeing all this stuff. Yeah.
All right, the next one I have to show is another in the long line of dollar bill promotional, I guess, shows. He bought airtime. He bought a half hour of airtime every Saturday morning from like the 90s to the late 2000s to promote his discount store in New Hampshire. And this aired like on MeTV in Massachusetts, and people would come up to go get discounts at this big warehouse store. And we've played a few. We had on the guy who found these and taped them, Ken Reed, the comedian. I have one more to show, and I'm going to show it because I got an email that made me think it was time to revisit Dollar Bill. It's been too long. What, 2 weeks? So here's, for now, the last installment of footage I have from Dollar Bill. And I have an update after.
Yes, we got through Mother's Day, and yes, it's a little cloudy out in Drizzly today, but that's a great day to come shopping. Stay tuned, get in front of the TV, because we are gonna blow you away with these deals. Come on, baby, come on, right now. Woo! You can stain it or paint it any color you want to match your motif. Oh yeah, baby, the motif, you know, the blue, the white, the pink, the azure.
Ken pointed out that he's always doing this gesture, and we still don't know what it means.
I think it's like home shopping, just like, oh, here's the thing.
Do it in the late afternoon that has some more free time on the weekend, baby. Yeah. People just go, bah! Because they lose their mind. Yes, and I lost my hat. And for everybody who came last week, I apologize. The bathroom, we are so sorry. But, you know, S happens. With the open weave back so the wind blows through.
You know, I don't think the FCC would have minded if he would have said the S word.
No, he should have.
I think the FCC would have been just fine if he.
6 in the morning on local TV.
Sure.
I mean, no one cares.
Open weave back so the wind blows through. So when you got a little extra, you know what I mean? It goes right out the back bed. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? This is a solar angel wind chime. When the sun hits the solar piece up there, the light shines on the dove, and it radiates God's glory. It's unbelievable. All first quality crystal, #1 DAD. The #1 selling light bulb in the continental United States, Bulgaria, Bolivia, and now Bolanda, which is a new country I made up. For the people who have little low voltage upstairs and just need a little light for the campground, for the other thing, a small bulb, 40 watts, a 2-pack. It's a 4-pack? These trimmers alone are like $19.99. They stick them in the nose, they pull your nose hair out, your whole brain gets opened up. It's beautiful. You can do your nose hair, your body hair. This is when you get old and your hair starts coming out wherever it's not supposed to come out. Oh, look at these cups. Oh, am I having problems? I guess so. Loaded with citrus smella. Yeah, baby, to keep those huge mosquitoes out of the game, baby. You just turn your hips, baby. You go, yeah, baby, what's happening? What's cooking, man? Oh, we've got bear Mandelas. We have eagle Mandelas. We have wolf Mandelas. We could have Nelson, but he's in Africa. It's a miracle. That's right, girls. I am 250, but I'm looking like 180 because I'm a rock, baby. Chicks love me. Of ladies and men, yeah, baby, you be looking hot in this tank top. Give me some muscle action, girls. Yeah, it's on my little butt. Feels nice, baby. Yeah. And I tell you, it was delicious, so I bought 100 cases. Ah. We've got mild and medium in case you like to go either way. Oh. Ah! 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 There it is, adjustable light. We've got your eagles with the fur. Ah! Man tools right here. These are the man tools. And also for you hot chicks. Ah! Don't get excited, girls. These aren't those clips that I'm talking about. But think about your laundry. Think about your clothespins. Think about anything. Think about a man called Horse. Ah! In closing, I'm going to tell you who, what, and where. Yeah, baby. You're digging my fashion, aren't you?
Dollar Bill, it's an endless well of...
How are you, like, you watch that much Dollar Bill, I feel like that's going to affect you psychologically. Like, you've watched a lot of Dollar Bill lately. I watched that 30 minutes about a month ago, and whew,
I don't think it's affected me too much, baby. My girlfriend absolutely hates that noise that he makes. She's like, oh, like she really hates that.
You're actually really good at it. I think Dollar
Thank
Bill.
you.
I think you can add that to your what's the word? Oeuvre. Add that to your oeuvre.
Okay. Add it to my oeuvre.
Yeah.
The update, 2 updates. One is I found Dollar Bill on Facebook. I've messaged him twice and haven't heard anything. So nothing there. Now I'm going to try maybe finding an email or some other way to contact him. He just said, big fan. I wonder if you had more footage. I'll drive up and come get it from you because I think the well is dry for now. But here's the other thing is, so we're talking about his gesture and what that was, if it was just like being a spokesmodel or something from like Star Search. Well, so Scott sent this in. He thought it might be Laura Palmer's gesture from Twin Peaks. And it does appear that is kind of the gesture she's
That's
making.
right on. Yeah.
I somehow don't know if Dollar Bill would have that same cultural reference. It's mostly movies like Elf and
But what was
Wayne's
she
World.
doing in this? Like what's the context of her doing that?
I don't remember that scene, but I guess.
Well, we need that answer next.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the exploration of all things Dollar Bill will continue.
Whether you want it or not.
Exactly.
All right, so I got a new corner here. That's called Joe's Pitch Corner. And what I do in Joe's Pitch Corner, it's a new corner where I pitch new corners to you guys. You see what I'm saying?
It's kind of like Shark Tank, where we're deciding whether we want to invest in these new corners.
Exactly. So this is Joe's Pitch Corner. I have a new idea for a corner. At the end, you guys are going to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whether you think this corner should be a corner or not. I call this one Sound Effects Corner. And Nick, we did Rent a Joe and Nick last week where we played a video of a couple in a video called How to Seduce Your Lover Forever. And a very sexy video, but it's like, it's very like serious and it's about how to actually like, make love and be a better lover. And so we played that. And then there's a scene where they're like eating strawberries and feeding strawberries to each other. And I thought it would be funny if you added sound effects to it. So that's the essence of Joe's Sound Effects Corner. I put together some sound effects over the people eating strawberries, and you guys let me know if this works or not.
An oboe? Clarinet?
I want to suggest that you begin to be more in touch with your sensuality by eating a strawberry and by paying attention. Paul and Colleen demonstrate. First, take a large, perfectly ripe strawberry. Study its shape and the markings on its skin. Second, put the strawberry in your mouth.
Classic Hanna-Barbera chomp.
Licking it, rubbing your mouth and chin with it, noticing its textures, its smell. That can indeed be a very sensuous experience. And a good rehearsal for being with your lover.
So I was thinking at the end of this, adding a fart sound effect like she had just farted.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided not to do that. So I guess my first question to you guys is going to be a thumbs up or thumbs down. Should I have added a fart sound effect after she got done talking about you and your lover? And then yep. Okay, next thumbs up. And then what do you guys think? Should I have added I was trying to be subtle with it.
Yeah, I appreciate your restraint. I thought it was coming. I really thought there was going to be a fart coming.
Oh, really?
It was almost a surprise when it didn't happen. So
I should have. Oh, man. All right. I thought maybe like I'd let the chomps speak for themselves and then like not do the farts. But yeah, it sounds like I blew it. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of room for improvement. So what do you guys think? Joe's Sound Effects Corner? It doesn't have to be Joe's either. It can be Sound Effects Corner. Nick, you can do a sound effects.
Tell you what, it's very AFV. It's very America's Funniest Videos, adding sound effects to something, and for that reason, that's a big thumbs up. I tried to do like the Sharks do, where they kind of like bait you into thinking it's going to be a negative review. But
George, what do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah,
big fan.
You're for it. And Steve, do you like it or?
I loved it. I thought.
Okay. Cool.
Now, in terms of Pitch Corner as a segment, do we want that as thumbs up or down?
Yeah. Pitch.
Yep, down for me too.
Yeah.
I think we're full on corners. We
yeah,
got plenty of corners to last us for.
All right, cool. So we gained a corner, but we lost a corner.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So we're back at even. That seems like a good place to wrap up. Show us your raviolis.
Show us your raviolis. Show us your raviolis. Show us your raviolis.
George, you got a special thing for us today, right?
Yes. Well, Tim sent in a haunting 1986 jingle called "Sweet Dreams," Alpine White, and you became obsessed with it.
I got so obsessed with it after we taped last week's show. I listened to it constantly. I sent it to everybody. I sent it to my parents. I sent it to you guys. I mean, you guys had already heard it because Tim sent it, but it's the best jingle of all time. It's going to win the tournament next year.
Well, let's watch in a moment.
Sweet dreams you can't resist. N-E-S-T-L-E-S. A dream as sweet as this. N-E-S-T-L-E-S. Creamy white, dreamy white. Nestle makes the very best. N-E-S-T-L-E-S. Sweet dreams you can't resist.
So good. It's so good. It's a genuinely great song.
And it worked. I remember getting one of those bars after church, shortly after that jingle came out.
Oh, I didn't fuck with white chocolate because that's like witchcraft. You don't no. It didn't taste like chocolate either.
No, it's not technically chocolate, but it's good.
You wanted to know whether there was a full-length version, and there was nobody better to ask than the writer of the jingle.
No way.
And so I contacted Lloyd Landisman. So get ready for a peek behind the curtain of jingle writing in the first installment of Jingle Mysteries. I'm here with musician and songwriter Lloyd Landisman. Thank you so much for being here, Lloyd.
I'm glad to be here.
We at VCR Party have a great regard for commercial jingles and for their writers, and your entry into the wild world of jingles is just one part of an incredible musical journey, from the release of the legendary self-titled album with the band Haystacks Balboa, which shared stages with Jethro Tull, The Faces, 10 years after, Black Sabbath, played with rock legends like Edgar Winter, Todd Rundgren, Clarence Clemens, and your commercial credits are incredible. What are some of your songs that are best known?
Well, one of the things that you were inquiring about originally was this commercial for white chocolate from Nestle, the Alpine White thing, Sweet Dreams. And then I moved on to doing a lot of Budweiser. I'd done this track called Budman.
Pledge my allegiance to the king of beers. I'm a genuine Bud man. Bud.
And Michael Bolton actually sang that one. Proud to be your bud was another one. It was Dr. Pepper, You're a Part of Me.
This guy's the best.
Sit down, Otis.
Right. Every Kiss Begins with K.
Every kiss begins with K.
What?
And one of the longest running, which is actually still running, is the theme for CBS College Football that I wrote in 1987, which was originally for Super Bowl 21.
Yeah.
The
He's a
hosts,
genius.
Nick and Joe of VCR Party, are the biggest jingle fans. And Joe wrote to me a few days ago and said, somebody sent us Sweet Dreams. I can't get this song out of my head. What can you find out about it?
I have a very clear memory of what happened. These creatives from J. Walter Thompson were looking for a jingle for this white chocolate, and they were trying to license the Eurythmics song. Sweet Dreams are made of these. And of course, in those days, artists did not do that. So they were trying all sorts of things to do this. And in one of those serendipitous moments where I was just walking down the street, the lyric popped into my head, and I was listening to a lot of English pop at the time. And the melody came out with the lyric. I put some chords to it and played it over the phone for the creative, and he went, "That's it. That's it. Oh my God, that's it." And I was fortunate enough they actually had me sing it. So that was my intro, in a way, my big intro into the jingle business.
The big question that Joe had about this was there a full-length song, or was it just commercial length?
Yeah, that was done pretty much to the script, which was a straight 30-second spot.
So that's a jingle mystery that's now solved. And you have a recent album out. So what's it called?
Correct.
And where can people buy it?
It's Lloyd Landisman, and the title of the record is The 11th Hour. And there are 9 tracks on there, and you can buy it either at the various different places, or come to my website, or you can download from the typical purchase places.
I really want to thank you for talking with us.
Thank you so much for sort of thinking of me.
Yes!
That is a huge get.
Holy shit, George!
Lloyd
Nice.
Landisman.
Wow, what a cool dude, too.
Yeah, so there's a 12-minute version of the interview that we can put on Patreon, where that goes into a lot of detail about like his career and more about that song, the other versions of that song, and
oh man, I want like I would still want a long version of that song. George, you're a musician. Can you write a long version of that song with like, or like Melinda mixers?
There's a 1-hour version on somebody took there. So there are 3 versions that were made.
Yeah.
And somebody made a 1-hour version that's on YouTube right now. Yeah.
Yes, I had that on a loop, and I wake up every single morning with that song in my head. It's so good. It's so good.
We should reenact that, maybe with Steve on the swing, and George will wear the turtleneck, and yeah. And wasn't that referencing a painting? I think I was reading about that.
Yes, Maxfield Parrish, I think, was the.
Yeah, so they use a lot of the imagery comes from that painting. So there's a lot that went into this commercial.
Yeah.
For this product launch.
Oh boy, I love it so much.
Fascinating.
Oh, nice work, George. It's so good.
So go see the full thing on Patreon. You can see more of Lloyd. Was he in Beetlejuice's den, or he kind of had that cool black and white? What room was he in?
It's a studio that has these. There are these like acoustic baffles. I don't think that's the right term, but in the back that have like different depths to them to break up sound so it doesn't echo in the room.
Right.
When he brought up his album, I was like, maybe I'll check it out. And then I saw the blood splatter on the clock, and I was like, yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah,
I'll check this out now.
There's a remake of the NCAA college football because they lost the actual song. Apparently, they don't know where the master is, so they.
Wow.
So that's a track on the album.
He's got to be
recreated it.
He's got to be rolling in dough, right? I mean, if they've been.
We didn't talk about that. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't ask him how much he makes a year?
Well, I asked for tax returns, but that was in a follow-up email. 6 years of tax returns.
You'll find them on your own.
Yeah.
But those like Budweiser songs, I remember hearing those. Like he's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the Michael Bolton sang that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was that before Michael Bolton was Michael Bolton? Or...
Yeah. He apparently. So apparently Lloyd played keyboards in Michael Bolton's band before that. So they were like they might still be friends. I don't know. But I didn't ask about Michael Bolton's Baseball, another famous VHS tape.
You know what? I bet nobody has ever interviewed him before, and people should have because he's so influential in our culture. And look at us, VCR Party, George, Jingle Mysteries.
Breaking news.
Work. Breaking news. Nobody ever interviews him except for us.
There is another interview.
And who?
There is another interview. There are several, I think. But
there is?
But this is definitely the first one I did.
Yes, definitely the first one we did. So take that.
Before we get into the Fungal 4 results and our championship, I did want to take a quick time out to wish a happy birthday to Mike J, who he ordered one of these Rent a Joe and Nick's, which are like our cameos that we do on our website. You can order one for your loved one, for your
lover,
clergyman. I don't know. Yeah. And we do a mini VCR party for you. So he also said on Tuesday's episode, could you show this picture of my wife, Danielle, it's her birthday, and it's a picture from the last time they saw us, which was at the Music Box Theater in Chicago. I believe we were doing our After Dark show, so traveling with us was the Venus 2. That is the male masturbation device. It's very cumbersome.
Yep, that's how we would lure people to the merch table. We'd be like, hey, we got a Venus 2 over here if you want to get your photo taken with it. Oh, and by the way, we have merch for sale. And then they come over, take their... See, she shouldn't be touching it right there, actually.
Yeah, it's a gently used Venus 2.
That we never sanitized once.
No.
And we definitely should have. But
that's how COVID started right there. So sorry, but happy birthday, Danielle.
In that little hole right there. That
Petri dish.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, and thanks for watching and coming to the live shows.
You want to do a math corner?
Yeah, I think we owe Carl one more math corner, don't we?
All right.
Yep, it's the last math corner before summer vacation. But remember not to let your math guard down, because, and you're hearing it here first, there is a math conspiracy. There's a conspiracy against math. Everyone from your plumber to your elected representative wants your brain to be frightened and confused when you hear numbers used in conversation. But fight back by heading to stitzziger.com for a free online pre-calculus textbook. Stitzziger, the pre-calc textbook to prepare your mind for the conspiracy against math.
Okay. Is that a QAnon thing?
It is now.
Okay.
So today we return to Square One TV for a math rap by the legendary Curtis Blow, simply titled The Numbers.
Good morning, class. Good morning, Mr. Blow. Today's lesson will be about mathematics. It's great to know the meaning of math. Difference between a whole and one half. In life we may have to make a decision that depends upon multiplication and division. You may dream of singing or acting, but it means nothing without adding and subtracting. It's not about being fast and slick, but how well you do your arithmetic. I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The numbers, the numbers. 8, 9, 10, and don't forget 11. The numbers, the numbers. At night before eating or taking a bath, think about how important it is to know math. People who know math conquer space and put a smile on their teacher's face. It's not a joke or meant to be funny. You need to know math if you want to make money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The numbers, numbers. 8, 9, 10, don't forget.
It's a pretty big get for Square One.
Well, they got Weird Al before.
That's true. They were the place to be for math-related songs.
They had big PBS cash.
So it didn't so much teach you about math as about getting you excited for math, right? That was more of like a hype song for like math, just like get excited for math.
Yeah, there weren't any specific math tips, I guess.
Yeah,
but
we're talking about Avogadro's number or anything like that. That didn't come up in the rap.
It did not.
No.
Okay. All right. That's good, though. Thanks to Carl Stitz, Stitz-Ziger Textbook, for sponsoring Math Corner, and we'll be back in the fall with more installments of Math Corner.
All right, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the winner of the 2021 Toe-Tapping Toe-nament. We had 16 contestants here. We whittled them down to 2. And I own one and Nick owns one, and George and Steve, they did bad, so they lost. But it's me and Nick, and we're going toe-to-toe with The Eyes Have It, which is mine, against Bank of America, which...
Bank of Ireland?
Oh, yeah.
In New York. Yep.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
show some respect.
Well,
it's the dark horse. It's the Cinderella story.
It's a non-existent bank that doesn't have a VHS cover that was a link that was sent to you. Anyway, they're going head-to-head. We're going to reveal in a moment. We're going to first show... our chat with Steve Hyden, who's a critic. He's an actual music critic. He's going to tell us which one he thinks is better, and then we'll come back, and then we will get into this, and we will reveal the poll numbers. So stay tuned. Here now is Steve Hyden, music critic for Up Rocks. Welcome, Steve Hyden, critic, music critic, Up Rocks, writer. You have all these books. You know about music.
I guess, yes.
Yes.
Sort of.
So,
I could talk about it.
But you judged for us last year.
Yes.
Do you remember which one won? That's not the front of your memory. What?
Was it about chicken?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Springer Mountain Chicken. All right, you took it seriously. That's good.
I can't hum the tune, but I know the subject matter.
Okay.
I remember it was about chicken.
I think there was something about a fretless bass in there that you really liked, or something.
It's true. It's very it's Jaco Pastorius sounding.
Right. Okay,
like a mid-70s Joni Mitchell record. If I could make a record, if I could make like a music critic nerd reference.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that's exactly what the Springer Mountain Chicken song sounded like. But these are the Critics' Choice Awards. We're doing another one where we're voting. So this is just going to be for critics. So we're just trying to milk this bit as long as we can.
This is like the Paz Jop poll from the Village Voice. This is like all the critics weighing in, and so it's just a different award, and it's another way to milk another 10 minutes out of this. I think it's been going for a month and a half now.
We're doing everything we can here. So
we got like Robert Crisco on here, and like David Frick, and like all the big music critics.
We're zooming with them right after you.
Okay,
so,
good. All right.
We had Reese from Australia. I don't know if that counts. He's the guy who sings jingles for us, but
okay. Well, yeah. It's an international critics poll then.
Has your career changed at all since you judged last year's competition?
There are more jingle writers pitching promos at me. Yeah, I think so. There's that. No, probably not.
Okay, all right.
I don't think so.
Downhill? Has it gone downhill?
Who watch your show thought, oh, well, he had a good take on the chicken jingle. Maybe I'll read what he has to say about Arcade Fire. Hopefully, maybe that happened.
Steve, it's all come down to this now. It's down to these two jingles. We've weeded them down from 16 down to 2. It's Bank of Ireland of New York versus The Eyes Have It. Joe, which one do you want to get Steve's thoughts on first?
Let's go with The Eyes Have It. This is a instructional video on how to do makeup. Donna Mills put it out from Knots Landing. Yeah. She's Knots Landing. And here's a fun fact. She actually did her own makeup on the set of Knots Landing. And somebody was like, hey, you should make an instructional video. So she did. And she started the video off. I don't know if this was her choice or whose choice it was, but they started off with an original song called The Eyes Have It. And then the end credits, they continued that original song. So I'm going to put together the opening credits of The Eyes Have It and the end credits of The Eyes Have It into this.
Do you know if this is the only makeup video song that references parliamentary procedure, or do you think there's other ones out there?
I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, The Eyes Have It. Yeah. No, I'm sure there's several. All right, Steve, you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Now watch this.
What instrument is that, Steve?
Wait a second.
It sounds like maybe not a sax, but like an alto sax, maybe.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, or
probably
a soprano. Okay.
Steve, I want you to watch the eyes going over her eyes here.
Okay. Oh,
you like that?
Looks like she has a mustache too.
You're nodding your head.
Not much going on lyrically in this song, but
just wait.
We've opened up a way into a brighter day. Our magic is in motion.
Magic is in motion.
So true.
I feel it in your kiss. You know I can't resist.
And I cut this down too, by the way.
That's soulful voice.
Yeah. Here we go. Wait, what'd you ask? What was your question?
I said I think there was like a little bit of a key change.
Yeah, it was a modulation. They call it modulation. Yeah. A little bit of a tracking problem there.
It's in the eyes.
So, is
And
this
they went
like
with the fade out.
1985 or so, 86, something like that?
It was 86, yeah.
Okay, because it reminds me, because I'm in this phase right now where I've been listening to a lot of boomer rock from the 80s, like like when people from the 60s made their comeback records in the 80s where they were trying to sound of the era.
Yeah.
So like Bob Dylan did that, but like Steve Winwood and Genesis, like a lot of those kind of bands, and this reminds me of that. There's like a lot of jazzy stuff going on at that time, like on Sting records, and Van Morrison. So
Yeah.
that sounds actually, it's kind of hitting me where I live right now because I have kind of a weakness for.
Okay. And so you generally liked it then?
I did. Yeah, I was into
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I got a little, I mean, it was like a little much at the beginning because it says the chorus like about 50 times, I think.
I know, but here's the thing. You're going to be humming that in your head tomorrow morning. I think they did that on purpose. Like that was their plan. Nick, you were going to say something?
It kind of reminds me of the Grand Funk Railroad song "Closer." Closer, is it? I'm your captain.
Yeah.
Where they just keep saying, "I'm getting closer to my home," and it just keeps saying that at the end of the song for like 2. I think I counted one time because that was on. I had classic rock on my alarm clock in college, and I just had to get up at, like by the 32nd time they said, "I'm getting closer to."
There's
my
a
home.
lot of great songs. Hey Jude. I mean. There's
Yeah.
a lot of
Right.
repetition.
That's true, although that's usually at the end. Like this is at the beginning, so I guess they're kind of playing with your expectations there a little bit. There's,
Well, I'll tell you this: the ending, I cut that down a little bit. Both the beginning and the ending are about 2 minutes each,
Okay.
and they go on forever. So, yeah.
I gotta say, like, I'm impressed because that sounds like a real alto sax, if that's what that is on there. It doesn't sound
Yeah, it
like
wasn't
it's like a
keyboard.
MIDI. Yeah,
the drums
so
were fake, or the drums were electronic, but not the sax. I don't think.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, why don't you play yours for Steve now? It sounds like
Okay.
sounds like Steve liked it.
did.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah, this is a jingle for a bank called Bank of Ireland, but it's in New York, and it was around from the 70s. Well, at least the 70s when this commercial was made. I think until the early 2000s.
Okay.
And Connor sent this in and said, "You got to hear this jingle." I was blown away. It's an epic masterpiece at only 1 minute long. It goes a lot of different places. Here's Bank of Ireland of New York.
Okay.
In New York, Bank of Ireland in New York. There's a bank in New York. It's the brightest around. It shows faith in my future, keeps my feet on the ground. It's the bank for my friends too. Man, it sure made its mark. Irish Bank on Fifth Avenue. Bank of Ireland, New York. New York, New York. New York, New York. Bank of Ireland in New York. Bank of Ireland in New York. Irish Bank on Fifth Avenue. Bank of Ireland, New York. New York, New York. Bank of Ireland, New York. New York, New York. Bank of Ireland, New York.
So that wasn't what I expected. I thought there would be more of like an Irish sounding sound to that
Right.
song. I thought there'd like a Chieftains or like the Pogues,
Yeah.
get some of that influence in there. That just sounded, there wasn't really like an Irish thing to it. So that surprised.
And you didn't seem disappointed by that because I saw you pumping your fists at one point. Now, with
Yeah, I mean-
Eyes Have It, you were just kind of nodding your head along, but I'm just reading your body language here. You were kind of
Well-
pumping your fists.
Right. I mean, I think the strength of that song is the vocalist. He's very soulful. It's almost like they were going for like a Billy Joel type guy, like very popular in the tri-state area. So that kind of piano bar type vocalist, that seemed like the strength there. But
A little show tuney, yeah. It's got sort of the epicness of a Broadway show tune, I think.
right. And there is more of like there's a sax solo at the end too, right? Like a regular sax. Is that, am I remembering that right? Isn't there like a sax solo? And
I don't think there's much of a solo.
I don't remember the sax solo, but I don't know. You have,
like a
you
sax
probably have a
solo.
better-
Maybe I'm mixing up the songs already. in my
Well,
mind.
already, can you tell which song, are either songs better than Springer Mountain Chicken from last year?
I'd have to hear Springer Mountain Chicken again. Like I
Okay.
said, I don't remember the tune. I remember the subject matter.
Okay.
Which is actually probably what a jingle should do. It should make you remember the subject matter more than even the song. But to me, I think I would clearly go with the first song. I think.
You guys have it.
Eyes Have It,
Eyes
really?
Yeah, I think it was a better tune. Instrumentally, I think it had more going on. I gotta say, I was a little disappointed in the Bank of Ireland song that they didn't bring in more of an Irish.
Oh, you wanted some more. Okay.
I did.
All right.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be, they're gonna play up the Ireland thing.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that. And I was a little I don't know.
Well, I feel like that could have brought in more people too, because there's a lot of Irish people in New York. I feel like they would have been like, oh, that's my home country, that's my motherland.
Right. I feel like, isn't that the point of bringing the Ireland thing? You want to exploit Irish culture, Irish identification.
Well, let's ask Nick. I mean, it's his song.
All right, I'll tell you. It's a little bit racist because the immigrant experience is not about identifying with your homeland necessarily. It's about making a new life for yourself in another country. So yes, it's the Bank of Ireland, but it's in New York. You're a New Yorker now. It doesn't matter where you're from. It's that's not a question you ask somebody. Is where are you from anymore? They're in New York. That's
Steve's on the ropes. Look at Steve on the ropes.
I'm just saying, I would have appreciated a little bit more Irish flavor in there.
Oh, you want Lucky the Leprechaun in there, offering his Lucky Charms and swigging a pint of Guinness and kissing the Blarney Stone? Would that satisfy you, huh, Steve?
No, because again, like going back to The Eyes Have It, I feel like that song was incorporating sounds of the era that were in vogue, and it was very I was able to guess what year it came out just from how it sounded, because it seemed like it was very much of its time. And Irish music was pretty big in the 80s. I feel like that was something, you don't have to do it as a stereotype or as a caricature, but, maybe just have Shane MacGowan really drunk talking about, I guess we're getting the stereotypical era.
Well, this did have a wah-wah pedal guitar throughout it. It was 1979, I believe. So that is of its time for sure.
I mean, they're both good songs. I don't want to knock the Bank of Ireland song. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good song, but yeah, just for me, I would say The Eyes Have It. Well, I'll just say, whatever critics like, normally the public goes in the opposite direction.
Right, exactly.
Bank of Ireland.
We will see.
They're pleasing the critics.
Well,
The Eyes Have It. It's like the Velvet Underground, but then Bank of Ireland, that's Van Halen. That may very well be the case.
Well, I'm happy to get the Critics' Choice Award for that, and even though nobody really cares about the Critics' Choice Awards at all, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What? Tell us about what you got a book coming out, right? Or you got a paperback coming out?
Yeah, paperback edition of my book. This Isn't Happening. Kid A in the Beginning of the 21st Century comes out in June. So if you haven't gotten the hardcover, you can get the paperback. It's the same book, except it has a softer cover. But yeah, it should be a little bit cheaper too.
Right. That's a great book. I'm in the middle of it right now, and I love it so much.
Yes, and lots of Bank of Ireland, and Eyes Have It talk in that book as well.
All right, Steve, thank you. You did great, and we'll see you next year for next year's tournament.
All right.
Thanks to Steve Hyden, and it looked like he was trying to hide his identity. He kind of had that backlight behind him and kept going completely dark. So very, very mysterious man, Steve Hyden.
He really is. Yeah. He's going in and out of that silhouette. So
now, did his answer surprise you guys, Steve and George?
No.
Really?
I mean, I feel like if you're exposed to both of these in the wild for a few seconds, I mean, I don't know.
I've been vacillating back and forth all week. Like, I can't figure out. One day I'm waking up singing The Eyes Have It. The next week it's Bank of Ireland in New York. So I'm interested to see what the Melindas think.
They're two very different songs. I feel like if it would have been totally Tulip against The Eyes Have It, those are essentially the same songs. And I feel like you just flip a coin and whatever. And they're just like equally legendary in the found footage world. We've been playing them a lot over the years, and
equally repetitive.
Yes, exactly. Yes. But Bank of Ireland in New York is it's definitely a dark horse. It came out of nowhere, and
I don't know what people will say either. We put a poll up online. The poll is closed, and shall we reveal the results?
Let's do it.
Okay, this is up on our Patreon. We'll see how many people voted. I'm just going to share my web screen here, and can you see it?
Web screen, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's what they call it, a web screen.
Okay, yeah, you got a little bar on the side there, but it's okay. It's fine. We can still see it.
Okay, is it better now?
Yep, we see full web screen.
Okay, full web screen. Now let me go to my polls.
Okay.
Which song should win the Toe-Tapping Tournament?
Are hackers going to be able to hack this?
Probably. They'll see my email address. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, so let me zoom in. Bank of Ireland of New York, 64% with 134 votes. The ayes have it, 36% with 76 votes.
Wow.
Bank of Ireland.
Yes. Bank of Ireland wins it.
Wow.
Holy shit, by a lot.
76%. Wow. That
Man.
is significant. I wonder if it's the frequency of like people hearing too much. The ayes have it. Although I don't think we've overplayed that one.
The ayes have it?
I've blamed the coaching previously. I think I'm still going to stick with that.
No, well, but here's the thing. I gave everybody the whole thing, and I gave them several different things. I edited several different things. I had different plays for each time I played it. Nick just kind of played the video that he got in his inbox.
No, that's not true.
Wait, who actually won the Toe-Tapping Toe-nament? Who's the one who sent it to you?
Well, Connor is the one who sent it to me. Yeah.
Okay, so Connor actually won. So congratulations, Connor.
We all could have drafted it, just like I could have picked the ayes have it. But I chose to pick this one, and that's
cool. You didn't have to edit anything. You just hit play and just let it go and just sit back. And meanwhile, I re-edited 4 different times, and it's cool.
I knew you'd be a gracious winner. I knew you'd be gracious in defeat. Either way, I knew you'd be gracious. So
congratulations! You got that email, and you hit the link, and you hit play. Perfect. Congratulations.
I would invite everybody to watch our draft specials where we all could choose from any jingle, and that's the one I chose.
Here's the thing: nobody cares about what the audiences think. It's all about what the critics think, because the critics are the ones who spend their lives on this. Audiences just kind of walk into it.
And the critics send to Patreon, right? That's the critics support the show, right? So the audience, doesn't matter. Oh, okay.
I think Steve's a patron. I'm not sure. Maybe he's $5.
Say that the critics
$5
didn't matter, but yeah, Steve's $5. Yeah, so he doesn't get access to everything.
Yeah.
What a journey! What a journey for that diaper dandy, Bank of Ireland.
Would have never guessed that. I thought it was going out in the first round. I honestly did.
I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would win versus skateboard surfing. I really thought it would come down to skateboard surfing versus the ayes have it.
I said this last Saturday, but I think that it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this year's Super Bowl. I think that everybody knew that Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, they were the better team. They had everything, just a well-rounded team. And then the Buccaneers, they had momentum, and I think that's what Bank of Ireland in New York had.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Momentum.
It really it hit its stride right when it needed to. It came on strong. So
Steve, did you have something to add?
I did. I'm just curious if you guys thought whether it would be able to overtake Springer Mountain Chicken, right?
Good question.
Ooh.
That's a good question.
It's like you always look back at the title from the previous year to the title of this year.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a build, because both songs build to a crescendo of a strong chorus.
Inspirational. They have a gospel choir in the back of Springer Mountain, and there's the shalala, shalala to that.
And I feel like it'd be two titans just duking it out.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I don't know. Springer Mountain Chicken, it glorifies chicken drumstick theft, right? The video.
That woman going by taking all the chicken drumsticks. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
I know, but I'm a bad boy, and I love songs about bad boys.
Are.
Yeah.
That's the Dennis Rodman of that tournament. So.
He is. All right, well done.
Way, some people asked if we are selling these jerseys. I just made enough for us, but maybe we'll put them on our store if enough people want them. Let us know in the comments.
They're pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna wear it this summer for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So it'd be good on a boat, maybe, or shooting some hoops. Or anytime your arms need to breathe, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering, is there any way that we can milk this tournament for anything else, or did we milk it fully? Is the well run dry completely?
Well, we could do a vote on Springer Mountain versus.
Let's do that. Let's do that. But then we're gonna have to post. Can you post links to both of them so that people can listen to both? Okay.
Yeah, I can. We'll post them. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So one more week of the tournament postscript, and eventually this will wrap up. But thanks everybody for participating. Thanks to our judges, and thanks for voting too. It was a fun, long tournament.
And then we'll do it again a year from now.
Yes. All right. March Madness every year. All right. Do we want to do Songer?
I don't know. What do you think? I feel like we're running along at this point, but we haven't done Songer in 2 weeks. What do you? Let's get a vote. Let's do a thumbs up or. Well, all right.
I think America could wait one more week for Songer.
But yeah, let's keep the songer hostage for people.
Put it on Patreon, whether a vote for
Here's
songer.
the thing: this is a rough songer too. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what? Actually, this is smart because we're gonna need an extra week so that we kind of miss him because we're gonna want to get rid of him after you see this.
Okay,
one.
the YouTube comedian that we've been playing most weeks. We'll be back with him next week. What's coming up on Saturday morning cartoons where we watch old cartoons?
We're doing comic strip week. It's we're showing Ziggy, the comic strip, he had like one cartoon special, and then Snuffy Smith had a series of commercials. They're both comic strip characters, and they crossed over into the cartoon world. So we're going to watch two of those with Caitlin McGurk from the Billy Ireland Museum in Columbus, Ohio, and she's an expert on all things comic strips. So this is like
huge
right
Ziggy
in her wheelhouse.
fan too, so she'll show off her Ziggy collection.
She wears Ziggy clothing, so like that's how big of a fan she is. So. What else?
EP Mode is a training video month. We're gonna wait on Jewel Osco till we can get the guy who found it. But
if we can get him this week, we'll get him. But I haven't heard back. So
otherwise, we've got a Chick-fil-A video about how to clean up the dining room with trash, and it involves talking trash, including something we haven't really been able to identify. But it looks like a side dish you could get at Chick-fil-A that's carrots with raisins in it.
Yeah.
Which, can you imagine a worse side dish to order?
No.
There's a talking carrots with raisins in this training
Is that actually
video.
a thing?
I think so. I think Chick-fil-A had that as one of their, side dishes.
We also have an Arby's training video that maybe we should just have it be like the next couple months is all training videos, because this is my favorite genre of all of them, and I'm just looking forward to this. So, we have a Arby's training video that raps. There's some raps in that too. So maybe we'll show that one. I don't know. Sign up for the $10 and up Patreon thing.
Sofa Conspiracy T-shirts. We talked about making those. Is that going to happen?
I think it's going to happen.
That's a
definitely
jingle.
should. I want one of those.
Yeah. Well, I want to call our T-shirt line shirts that are hard to explain. So, like, if you're wearing the shirt and then you have to explain it to somebody, that Sofa Conspiracy one is definitely going to be a hard one to explain.
We should explain that. Yeah, that's
George. How would you explain it? Because George, you presented Sofa Conspiracy.
There was a short-lived furniture store called Sofa Bed Conspiracy in the Bay Area, but I have no idea why they call it that.
But their logo
was part of the
great.
Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So their logo was great, and several people recreated the art from it. So those shirts will be in our store very soon. What do we want to go out on tonight?
Okay, so let me just first play this song. We played this. We've been jingle heavy these last couple months. This is one from, I think it's Columbus, Ohio, called Pizza Delight, and just a real peppy, upbeat jingle.
Pizza Delight, nobody loves you better. Pizza Delight, nobody loves you better. Walk in for the taste, step out with a feeling. Proud as we can be, serving 1, 2, 3 for a family. Pizza Delight, nobody loves you better.
Okay, so a fun, upbeat song. You can just really just get in your head. You can just all right, let's go there. They have the same font as Pizza Hut. Let's go there. So in the spirit of the melodramatic Nestle commercial, Zach from Chicago, he made a sad rendition of the Pizza Delight commercial. And then I took that. He just sent me the audio of it, and then I went onto Google Images and I typed in sad pizza, and these are the images that I saw from sad pizza set to his sad Pizza Delight song. And I think Zach, he might have found his niche with creating sad versions of happy songs. I think that might be his thing. So nice work, Zach.
I support his new phase. I like it.
Yeah, I think you're going to like the song. So that's all. That's it. If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
We'll be right back right after that.
Support the Melindas that support us. Great Lakes Emporium. Everyone's a puppet when they're dead.
At some point, you have to just do it.
Pizza Delight, Pizza Delight. Nobody loves you better. Pizza Delight, Pizza Delight. Nobody
up on Google image search.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
In 8.
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.